Now in our previous video what we have learned about pollination. As we know pollination, so what is the meaning of pollination? Transfer of pollen from the anther to stigma in a flower is called as a pollination. We know there are two types of pollination, that is a self-pollination and cross-pollination. Now outbreeding device. So what is that? That we are going to learn now. This outbreeding device is developed by most of the angiospermic plants. They develop this mechanism. Why? To prevent the self-pollination. To prevent the self-pollination. So most of the plants, they don't want the self-pollination. The reason we are going to discuss. So they don't want the pollination by the self mode. So self-pollination they avoid. And what they prefer? They prefer the cross-pollination. So this therefore is also called as a contrivances. This mechanism, this outbreeding device is also called as a contrivances. So the meaning of this, to prevent the self-pollination or to avoid the self-pollination and prefer the cross-pollination. Now the reason why most of these angiosperm plants they avoid the self-pollination and why they prefer the cross-pollination. The purpose is here for the genetic variation. They want the genetic variations. So because when there is a cross-pollination, so the pollen from the anther of flower of a different plant is transferred to the stigma in a flower of this different plant. So therefore they prefer this cross. The genetic information is different and that there is a combination. Now this is a very common phenomena in a what we can say in nature. So in universe, in nature also, the always cross pollination is preferred and self pollination is avoided. Because self pollination, even for a continuous in long term, it may lead to the inbreeding depression. Inbreeding depression. So what is the meaning of inbreeding depression? That we are going to see. Inbreeding depression. Inbreeding depression. Now, what is the meaning of this inbreeding depression? So because of the continuous self-pollination, every generation after generation, the self-pollination goes on. So then the progeny, after certain times, after certain generation, the progeny become weaker and weaker. They become weak. So their ability for producing more number of seed is decreased. Their ability of fertility is also decreased. So that is called as an inbreeding depression. And therefore these plants, the nature doesn't prefer this and they want a cross-pollination. So because combination of the different genes from the two different plants, so therefore their progeny becomes more stronger. So this is a very common phenomena in a kingdom Animalia. Even like in human, see our parents, they also want that their children must be more successful, must develop with more of the knowledge and this. So that's the reason. So in every animal kingdom, in every this one, and even in the what we can say in the plants, in the nature, this is a phenomenon. Okay, they want that their progeny must be stronger and stronger. The reason is to get acquainted or get acclimatized and get adjust with the changing environment for their survival purpose. So that species to be continued, and therefore they must be survive with changing in the environment. So for that purpose, they must be stronger. So to make the progeny stronger, always cross-pollination is preferable and self-pollination is avoided. For that purpose, so the plants, these angiospermic plants, they develop the different devices, different mechanisms. Here we are going to learn about the 6 mechanisms there. So I have listed here on the board the 6 mechanisms, the 6 outbreeding devices. So one, let's tabulize it first. So that is a unisexuality. One method is a unisexuality, dicogamy, prepotency, heterostyle, herpogamy, and the self-incompatibility. So these are the 6. So 6 types of the different devices now we are going to learn here. So this first we are going to one by one we are going to learn here. So unisexuality. See the term, the word itself describes unisexuality. So that is the flowers in these plants are unisexual. That means only one sex in a flower. Say flowers are not bisexual. So either flower is a flower. So we can say flower. So flower is what we can say. Either is having only anther, there is a staminate flower, male flower, only having the stamens in it, no carpels. Second, another flower, unisexual, there is a female flower only having the carpel and no anther. So therefore this unisexuality. Now here again the two group we can make, monoecious and dioecious. In 11th also we have learned this. Monoecious, like on the same plant, parent plant is the same, but flowers are two types, two different types. One is a male flower and another is a female flower. So best example here we can see is a maize. In a maize, so that is in corns. In maize, in the upper part of the plant, all male flowers are there. In the lower part, the female flowers are there. So staminate flower, that is a male flower. The pollen, because now the flower is not bisexual, so self-pollination will never take place, because it's always unisexuality. Flowers are unisexual, though they are present on the same parent plant, but flowers are unisexual. Therefore, in monoecious, like in the maize, so this is again one of the mechanism to avoid the self-pollination and prefer the cross-pollination. So that is this in monoecious. Now this is the dioecious. In dioecious, the two plants itself are different. Two plants. One plant is only with the male flower, and one plant is only with the female flower. In the best example we'll see with the papaya. So papaya. In this all these male in this plant only all flowers are staminate. All flowers are producing on the anther. And whereas on other plant, so that is a carpel. So all flowers produce a carpel. So that's a female flower. So female plant, it is a male plant. So therefore always, this pollen from this plant will get transferred to this female plant. So this way cross pollination. The plants are different. Therefore their genetic information get different. Therefore this is preferable. So this is the first mechanism of the unisexuality. So therefore the flowers are unisexual, male flower and female flower. They may be on the same parent plant or maybe on a different plant. And where the flowers is not bisexual, the flower has only one sex, only one essential word in that, either an anther or either a carpel. So therefore this monoecious, already I have said example is a maize. So on the same parent plant, the flowers are what we can say staminate as well as a pistillate, male and female flower. Now in dioecious, the two different plants with the one plant with the male flowers and one plant with the female flowers. An example is a papaya. Now next, second group we'll see dicogamy. Dicogamy. Now again, what's the meaning of here dicogamy? In dicogamy, here though the flowers are bisexual. Okay, in this angiospermic plants, flower is a bisexual. Both the sex. There is a stamen and the carpel. Both are anther and stigma. Both are present in the same flower. But now here the main phenomena in this dicogamy, the both do not develop. Means carpel and anther and stigma do not develop at the same time. They do not develop at the same time. So there is a development, is not simultaneously. One will develop first and then later on, after that another will be developed. So here again the two categories will divide. So protandry and the protogyny. As I have said now, here is what? Two of the essential word. These two of the sex, male and female. That is the anther and the stigma. They do not develop at the same time. So in protandry, the term itself explanatory. Proto means prior, first. Andry means androecium. So here in these flowers, the androecium, that means the anther develop first, before development of the gynoecium. That is the before development of the stigma. So here the anther develop, anther get mature, it get ruptured, and all the pollens are carried by either by some agencies, maybe with the air or maybe with the by insect or all this. So therefore they get carried to the other. And after that, once the anther is already the pollens are shed out, then later on the stigma develop. So therefore they do not develop at the same time. So therefore what? Pollination, self-pollination will never occur. That's the reason. So here protandry, the best example is a sunflower. Sunflower. In sunflower, so this what you can say, the androecium develop first, stamen, anther develop first before the development of gynoecium or a stigma. So this is called as a protandry. Second type is what? Protogyny. Now the main term itself, proto means prior, first, gyne means gynoecium. So here the stigma develop first, and then later on the anther will develop. So when the stigma develop first, it become mature. So therefore, because of the agencies, the pollen from the other plants, other flowers, that get transferred on the stigma, and the pollination takes place. There is a cross pollination. So as this both are not developed simultaneously, therefore self pollination is avoided. The best example of protogyny, gynoecium or stigma develop first before the development of anther. So that is example is a Michelia and Gloriosa. These are the two different plants. Names are example here. Mecheria. This is a protogyne, and another is a gloriosa. Now third type we'll see. Third type is a prepotency. Prepotency. What's the meaning of this prepotency? What's the meaning of this prepotency? Now again see. If the flower is a bisexual and on stigma, the pollen from other plants' flowers has come. Other flower, which is not the same. So they have also come, attached on the stigma, and the what we can say, the pollen from the anther of the same flower, they are also shaded on the stigma. So in prepotency, what it will do? What it will prefer? It will prefer the pollen from the other plants. So that what? So that the cross pollination what has come. So that will germinate first. That will germinate first. And this that once that is already germinated and pollen tube has passed through the style. So this will be that pollen from the same flower that is avoided. So that is called as a prepotency. Prepotency. So prior. So it is always preferred in this. The pollen which is from the other source, other flower has fallen or attached on the stigma, so they get germinate first. The pollen tube that will develop in them first, then the self. So that's called prepotency. An example is a best example is an apple. In apple. Now the fourth category, the fourth device or fourth mechanism is a heterostyle. Now here in heterostyle, this we'll take an example here is this primula or a primrose. This flower. So in the primrose, here the stigma and anther. So these are placed at a different level. Means in the same flower, flower is a bisexual. Now such plants like a primrose, it shows the 2 to 3 varieties. The 2 to 3 different types of the flowers. So in that, the position of the stigma and position of the anther, they are not at the same level. They are not at the same level. Once they are not, they are at some different level. So the stigma may be very high and anther may be very low. So they are not at the same level. So therefore self-pollination is avoided. Self-pollination, because now stigma is high and pollen is what we can say the low. So therefore it cannot self-pollination cannot occur. It cannot occur because height is not at the same. So that's the reason. So this is called heterostyling. Heterostyling. So style, the anther, and what we can say the stigma, the style, so that is not at the same position. That's the reason this is a heterostyling. Example is a primrose. So see, this is again mechanism. See, the plant itself, flower cells are developing. This is a different mechanism. Now let's come to the fifth. Fifth mechanism is a herpogamy. Fifth mechanism of this outbreeding device is a herpogamy. Now what is the meaning of herpogamy? So here best is that some mechanical device is used. Means the plant, the flower develops this natural phenomena, some physical barrier. It develops some physical barrier. It develops some physical barrier between the stigma and the anther of the same flower. Flower is bisexual, so there is some barrier. There is some barrier between the stigma and that anther. So therefore, pollen from the anther will not fall on the stigma of the same flower. Though if they develop also at the same time, simultaneously they develop, then also because of some physical barrier, because of this mechanical device, so which barrier comes in between? This is a natural physical barrier between the anther and the stigma. Therefore, pollen will not deposit on the stigma of the same flower. So this is how they will avoid the self-pollination. And best example is a Calotropis. This is the name of the flower plant which what you have to remember is a Calotropis. So this example. So now see, this is very important. When we are learning with the example, so this example may be asked as an MCQ. The questions are given like in a protogyne. So following four options are given. Which of the flowers shows the protogyne? So you have to identify that Mecheria is a flower out of the 4. If they are given rose, jasmine, sunflower, and Mecheria. So which is the correct? So Mecheria. So like this way. So these examples is very important. Again, this is asked as a 2-mark question. Or even they may ask like a question to enlist the different types of the or different mechanisms of the outbreeding device. So only you have to list the name. And if preferably you give the example is always well and good. So this. So now this is a 5-part what we 5 types we have learned. Now next is the 6th. In the 6th type, we'll see the self-incompatibility. Self-incompatibility. or a self-sterility. So now, what is the meaning of this self-incompatibility? In self-incompatibility, this is a genetic mechanism. This is a genetic mechanism. Now, what will happen here in this genetic mechanism? Pollen germination. The pollen germination is prevented if the pollen from the anther of the same flower is deposited on the stigma. So there is some sugary solution, there is some mechanism on the stigma. It will not allow to germinate the pollen. See, the pollen has attached, deposited pollen on the stigma. But this stigma, because there is a mechanism, there is some reaction takes place and then pollen tube develops. So that germination and that goes in the style. From the stigma goes to the style to reach to the ovary. So now here this, because of the genetic, so there is this genetic mechanism. If it is of the same flower, so it is of same pollen from the anther on the stigma. So therefore it will not allow to germinate the pollen on that stigma. So this is some chemical reaction takes place. So it will not allow. So this is a genetic mechanism. So pollen germination is prevented of the self-pollination. Of course, if the pollen is from some other source, some other cross-pollination, some other plant has come, then that pollen will get germinated fast. But if the pollen of the same, so it will not allow its own pollen from the anther, so that will not allow the germ to germinate. So therefore, this is called as a self-incompatibility or a sterility. So the best example is a tobacco, and another is a thea. Thea is means tea plant. So the leaves of the teas, that what, so there are tea plants, so in that flowers. So tea plant, thea, and tobacco. So these are the examples of the self-incompatibility. So what we have learned here is about this outbreeding devices. So MCQ purpose, these examples are important, and even the 2-mark question or a 3-mark question, or even any one of the device may be asked to describe with the example for 2 marks. So therefore, these unisexuality, decogamy, prepotency, heterostyly, herpogamy, and self-incompatibility. Now, next topic will go with the parent-cell interaction. Thank you.